chili?
Delicious.
Delicious. Did everybody step up the game?
It was unreal this year.
How's the cornbread?
Fire. Can't complain. I love
Cornbread's amazing.
It's amazing. All I can say is I hope everybody's
all the cornbread.
I hope everybody's black tanks are empty.
What's up, guys? Jesse and Melissa here with Adventure Endeavor, and today we kind of gonna do a little recap video. So we recently went out with friends and family to California City, which is a big OHV off-road area, for Thanksgiving, and we had so much dang fun. To be honest, we were just having such a good time catching up with friends and family, off-roading, exploring, doing kids stuff. There's a lot of kid activities that honestly we didn't really vlog a ton of it. There's a few little things here and there, but for the most part we got a lot of b-roll, so we're going to kind of talk about the trip, what there is to do out in that area, how that area came about, and basically just kind of having a good family friendly, fun, extra long weekend. I think we were there from Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday to
Monday.
Sunday.
Monday for us.
Monday.
A lot of people were out there from Tuesday to Sunday. Cut.
So what is Cal City? Let's start off with that. Cal City right now is just a major OHV area. Dirt bikes, quads, razors, off-road vehicles of all sorts. It's just kind of a big playground out there. There's lots of streets going every which direction. They're all dirt. They're all, pretty much graded. So it's a lot of fun for people to go out and just, do their thing. Why is it like that, though? Basically, California City was planned as like a humongous suburban development. And they were going to build it, instead of like piecemeal, like bit by bit, they were going to build it, the developers, all at once. So they purchased 80,000 acres. They like cut in all of the roads for all of the communities.
And they put signs in.
They put signs in.
There's cross street signs everywhere.
Like they named the streets and everything. And then it just kind of never really took off from there.
It never got finished. And it just, I don't know if they sold it back. I don't know if, is it BLM now? I'm not sure. Anyways, it's a huge off-road area. Everyone goes there. If you have something that's not street legal, you do need to get a permit, and there's various areas that sell permits. Also, there is a small town of what I call Cal City proper, because if you're talking to your friends like, oh, let's go to Cal City, everyone's talking about the off-road area. When I say Cal City proper, that means there's 2 gas stations, there's a little market, like a McDonald's, a couple little convenience stores. It's very, very small. You can get some supplies, but it's very limited.
Yeah, there's some housing, but it's kind of a sad little area.
Yeah, it's not great.
It never took off. It just,
It's great for off-roaders now. So, on our way out there to California City, we originally had planned on going out on Monday because we're full-time, and we were just here at my parents in Southern California, and we're like telling our group, we're like, we'll snag a spot. But the Friday before that Monday that we planned on going out, I started to hear some gravel. It sounded like gravel in the rear end of the Jeep, and I come to realize that my pinion yoke nut had come loose, and basically the gears were not meshing correctly and they were grinding. Long story short, we had to have the Jeep rushed to a rear end shop, and we had the Jeep re-geared to 4.56 gears, which is much better overall, off-road, on pavement. She agrees.
Yes.
But it was something that we didn't expect to do, and luckily a shop locally was able to do it, and they had it from Tuesday to Wednesday, and literally on the way out to Cal City, we had to stop, because you have to break in gears. You have to like heat them up and like let them cool down. We had to drive like a little bit and then stop, and then I waited like 30 minutes. She kept going with the truck and trailer, let it cool down, and then we were back on the road. And then our weekend kind of like officially started after that, but I'm glad we brought the Jeep because I got to do a lot of off-roading.
we ended up having about 60 people in our group, which is quite a large group. And based on, the description that we just gave you of the area, you can imagine there's probably a lot of different camp spots out in Cal City. And there are. But it was important to us to find one big enough for our whole group. And it's a really, really popular weekend. Probably one of the most popular weekends to be out in Cal City. So our group actually struggled a little bit to find a spot that was big enough to contain all of us.
To house, 60 people. Like, I don't even know how many RVs. Like, what is that?
I don't know.
20
Probably
RVs.
20 RVs. And be far enough off the road that it was like safe enough for the kids and everything.
So our first spot out there, he found a spot, he didn't like it, and then the next day he moved and he found a better spot. And, it wasn't ideal because it was like a very long spot. So if you were over here and they were doing something over here, it's like, okay, I'll see you in 20 minutes. But it worked out, and it always works out. That's the thing. You go out with good friends, and it just always works out. So on Thanksgiving, we typically do a very large potluck, and we have a whole, I'm going to say Excel, but it's like a Google Doc basically saying, what are you going to bring, so we can kind of have a little bit of everything. And there's always so much food, and it's incredible.
What we normally do is set up tables outside under this big easy up type thing and decorate the tables and put lights up and all this stuff, but that unfortunately didn't work out this year because it got too windy. So, we made it work instead. Yeah,
that's kind of always how it goes, right? You're we just need, 2 hours so we can all sit down outside, have this awesome meal. And literally the worst part of the whole weekend was the 2 hours we wanted to eat Thanksgiving meal. So a friend volunteered. He had I don't want to say a 30-foot enclosed trailer. So we basically did a in and an out, and you go in and you do a big horseshoe and you get your food, and then you come out, the same door, and you squeeze by each other. And we had all the food contained, so we had no tinfoil blowing away or nothing like that.
Dirt getting in the food, none of that stuff.
And then we literally parked that trailer here, and we had a fifth wheel here, and then we parked vehicles here, and we were able to put a fire right in the middle, and it was actually not terrible. The wind did slowly die down, but you always just make the best of it. So on Black Friday, we typically don't do that shopping stuff. For us, it's Off-Road Friday. I don't know. It's basically just spend time with friends and family. And we like to do an off-road run. Typically, we like to have a destination of some sort in mind. And this year we decided to mix it up because a very popular destination is Randsburg, California. It's super, super busy. It's very cool. But most of us have been there quite a few times, and we decided to do something different. We decided to go to Boron, California, which...
home of world's largest borax mine.
Yes, and other than that, there's not really much there. The run there was actually very, very fun. We had a big group, and I wouldn't say it was the craziest of off-roading. There weren't any huge whoop sections. There was a few here and there, but the trails were kind of windy, mellow. And at this point, we're heading south from California City down towards the 58. Eventually, the whole group makes it there. No issues that I remember.
Nope.
And what was really cool is we got to kind of do a throwback for me and some of my close buds, because we went to Domingos. It is this Mexican restaurant that has really good food, and they were very grateful to have us there, but also quite overwhelmed. Because, we rolled in with 40 people and essentially took over this restaurant that apparently already had 2 big reservations. And they're like, do you have a reservation? We're like, no, we're in
the middle of
Boron.
nowhere. Why would we need a reservation?
But overall, it was a great time, and it was a run that we'd never done before. And it's always fun doing something new.
If you ever find yourself in Boron, definitely recommend a stop at Domingos. you really would never expect that the food and the margaritas would be good at this place. Like literally, it's like in the middle of nowhere, but it's always good every single time we go. It's a hit.
And they also have it's a mining museum and I think a space museum.
Some sort of aerospace museum.
Yeah, so we didn't go to those. I think some friends did because by the time we got there and this and that and, trying to time Lincoln's nap, on the way there, we all went as a group, and on the way back, we kind of split up into smaller groups, and we're like, hey, well, everybody just meet back at camp.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and in Boron, they do have this cool sign right here that, can predict the weather for you.
Attention! We're starting the chili competition. You must taste chili. It is not an option. You must go to the front of the line and see Steven first. He will give you a bowl and he'll give you your voting chips. If you don't see him, you don't get chili. Got it? Wally. Wally.
Where do we go now?
The toothpicks go in the red solo cups. Red solo cups for the toothpicks, everybody.
We don't know where we're gonna miss the sky. We're gonna find ourselves in the afterlife. I know you want.
It's an annual cook-off, and people get pretty serious about it, especially lately. Like one of our friends has been trying recipes all year, and her husband was like, I'm sick of chili. I can't wait for this damn chili cook-off to be over with. And we had a very sophisticated way of voting, and it was great. We got third place. Third.
Where's your trophy?
Burnt. No, I'm just kidding.
What? Just.
But all of the chilies were
You're such a butt.
absolutely incredible. And mad props to the winner and second place, and not to us.
What? You're such a sore loser. On our third and final full day
Saturday.
out in Cal City, we did an off-road run to Cal City proper to see the abandoned Lakeshore Inn. This was like a mid-century motel that was built in the town and is now completely run down and abandoned.
Post-apocalyptic.
Very nice. There's like an empty pool in the back, and it's just kind of a thing to see.
Yeah, like we said, it's just a destination.
Yeah.
Like we don't drink beer, but like we'll pull up and have like a cola. A lot of people have like one beer and then drive back, get out, stretch your legs. It's more about the off-roading.
That's really all it's about.
Talking on the radio and stuff like that. But the hotel's pretty cool looking.
Yeah. And then unfortunately on the way back, we were doing like a little run, and our friend was putting around, getting a little bit too crazy.
Too spicy.
A little bit too spicy in the dirt. And what did he do?
Hey buddy, what happened?
I broke permanent neutral.
Permanent.
Oh no!
Oh.
Find the other part of the drive shaft?
So he basically blew up his drive shaft, which also caused damage to his rear end. That's our buddy Jesse. You've seen him, another Jesse. You've seen him in a lot of our videos recently. He's got the really cool F-150, and so we had to call back to camp, and luckily we had some buds that were able to bring a trailer out to get him towed back to camp. And then we had the big cornhole competition, which you did very well. Oops. You did very well in the cornhole competition.
I did. I actually made semifinals, or no, the final round, and then my partner left. We finished the competition the day after, and by then I had to find a new partner, and we just couldn't keep it together, you know?
Better than me. I won one round, and it was against like a 5 and an 8-year-old. And then the second round I got annihilated. So, you know.
Yeah.
And then basically on Sunday, most people cleared out quite quickly. We stayed an extra day just because it was like tired, stayed up late a lot, you know. We were like, let's just stay an extra day. And yeah, overall it was just an awesome trip, and it's a super fun area when you're with friends. It's kind of boring if you're by yourself. Well, I mean, anything can be boring by yourself. Yeah, if you have any questions about the video or about the places we went, we'd love to help you guys out. Anything to add, dear?
Just wanted to reiterate that it's a really great, really popular OHV area. So if you do plan to go there, maybe go on an off weekend to get the lay of the land.
Yeah, that would be a lot better. And happy belated Turkey Day.